Hi, I'm Rachel, and this is Designed Resilience, the corner of the internet where we talk about building daily habits and rituals to help you have stability in times of change in your life, to help you be resilient. So, the 5 areas are positive self concept. That's the idea that you can successfully navigate any situation that presented to you. And if you're still breathing, you have a 100% success rate there. Building financial stability, building a community that you can rely on, building personal wellness and physical wellness by taking care of your body, and growing and developing every day by learning new things and having interesting conversations. So, I usually try to pop across all 5 topics week to week so that no matter when you come in, you can get a little variety across the pillars of design resilience. But I want to do another video on community. I recently did one about improving your community through active listening and making sure that when you get into conversations that you ask the person you're talking to, do they want advice? Do they want to just vent and need you to be there in support of them? Or do they need you to validate their emotions? Because maybe they're not sure it's okay that they feel the way that they do. And so today's lens on community is the value of knowing when you're not okay and having people that you can reach out to. And the reason that this is on my mind right now is because it's happened twice in the past 2 weeks, and it's been such a powerful experience. So, I had 2 different friends that reached out in different ways. And it was across the spectrum of I'm not okay, from I just feel like I'm in a funk, to I'm having trouble justifying life. And while both of those are serious, it's important the way that my friends and I, who were reached out to, responded. And so, one friend who doesn't live near me, my part of our community decided to go visit her as quickly as we could all get together. And so, in the meantime of her reaching out for support from the community, she had gotten herself enrolled in therapy, which I have done for years. And I think it is incredible to help you overcome behavior patterns and thought patterns that are holding you back. And so when we arrived, she was in a much more stable mental place. But our presence being there and just enjoying each other, and we went out to eat a couple times, but mostly we just spent time with each other, talking and hanging out and enjoying each other's company. And it was visible how that helped her. So she didn't need crazy, expensive, over the top things. She just needed her community around her. And it was so fulfilling to be part of that group that could show up in support of her. Another friend of mine recently said, "Hey, I just want to hang out. I haven't seen you in a while." And when we got together, she was like, "I've just been in a funk. I've been lonely. I work from home. My husband and I don't have the same work schedule. So we're kind of like shifts in the night. And I'm kind of got this malaise, this general, like, don't feel great." And so we were able to talk through, she wanted to talk through more specifically some of the opportunities she saw for her life and some of the challenges she saw. And it was great to be there and share my experience. I tend not to try to give advice. Ironically, I have a YouTube channel, but I try not to give directive advice because what works for me may not work for you, and that's okay. But I do talk through my experiences and the things I've learned through the lessons I've lived, in case it's helpful for context. And so, at the end of the night, we hugged, said, "I love you. We should do this more often," like you always do. But it was really fulfilling to be able to support my community in that way when these 2 women, who are beautiful and wonderful, needed help. And it got me thinking about my own ability to ask for help. And I was raised in a household where little girls are supposed to be, pretty and sweet and quiet and not have emotional outbursts and not be a distraction and not be a heavy. And so I grew up wanting to please my parents. And so I stuffed all my emotions down. I was always all right. I never needed anything. I could take care of everything. And I kind of thrived on that over capability. Well, there was a point in my 20s where it wasn't working anymore. And I sought the help of a therapist who began helping me to just identify, name the different emotions that I was going through. Um, Brene Brown, in her research, says that most people can only identify three: happy, sad, and pissed off. And so as I began to learn what different emotions are called and how they feel in my body, I began to be empowered to identify what I was feeling: anxiety, overwhelm, loneliness, happiness, contentment, like all of these different feelings that I had that I've been pushing down because people liked me better if I was just, you know, easygoing and happy. And so from there, I was able to then ask myself, with the help of a therapist, okay, I feel XYZ way. What do I need right now? And being able to ask myself and wait for the answer. Oh, you need a drink of water. You need to take a nap. You need to go outside. You need to pet a dog. You need to talk to a friend. That has been my step-by-step path. I'm still not 100% comfortable calling somebody and being like, I need help. I'm not. My husband, who obviously lives with me, can see when I need help, and he's great about calling it out and helping me verbalize what's going on with me. But I'm not all the way healed and not all the way vulnerable with my community, though I love them and want them to know that they can rely on me. I haven't been brave enough to do that yet. But the past 2 weeks have shown me how valuable and important it is, and how it's not a burden. When I was asked to show up for my friends because they were lonely or struggling, I was excited to do it. And I know my community would be the same for me. So I hope that you have the opportunity to understand what you're feeling and what you're going through, name it, identify within yourself what you need, and then have the confidence to ask for it if it's not something that you are able to deliver for yourself. And that is the whole point of community. That's the whole idea around building a community for resilience, because these women in my life were going through a difficult time, and they could lean on the pillar of community because we built these relationships, and they had the bravery to ask for help. And I had the thrilling opportunity to be there to support them. So I hope that my experience is helpful to you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next